cell organelles fortune teller activity. For this activity, you will need the cell organelles fortune teller template and a good pair of scissors. The activity objectives are compare and contrast the differences and similarities between the organelles of a cell and things found in a school, as well as learn to identify the structure and function of the cell organelles.
Let's go ahead and get started. First step is to use the scissors to cut along the dotted lines. Now we can begin folding the fortune teller. Let's flip the paper over and fold it in half. You can press down on the fold to make a crease. Now let's do the same thing on the opposite side, also folding it in half. Once you've made 4 squares, you can now fold diagonally. Make sure to match up each of the corners. Let's make another diagonal fold. Now let's fold each corner inward to the center, making smaller triangles. Next, let's flip the paper over to the other side and fold inward again, making small triangles. If you're having trouble holding the paper down, I was too, so make sure to crease on the edges. Now we're almost at the end. We are going to flip the fortune teller over again to the opposite side and fold it in half. Now for the tricky part. You're going to put your fingers into the little slots that we've created underneath the colored photos and pinch and pull until you create the fortune teller shape. It might take a minute to bend the paper and straighten it out into the shape that you want, but once you get it, you'll have a fortune teller ready for the activity. Let's take a look at an animal cell. You can see on the front of the fortune teller, there's a picture of an animal cell. Cells are the most basic structures that make each of us up. Within the cell, there are organelles, each that have a job to do, so that when they all work together, the cell can function as a whole. The way this activity works is that you'll pick a color and spell it out while moving the fortune teller. Then you can pick one of the 4 organelles shown and learn more about their function. Let's choose red, R-E-D. Now I can pick between the endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, ribosomes, and the nucleus. I'm going to choose the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is just like the cafeteria at your school, because at the cafeteria, this is where food is made and where you go to get your lunch. Well, similarly, this is where proteins are made and sent out into the cell. Let's continue on with another example. Let's close the flap and try again. This time I'm choosing the color blue, B-L-U-E. I can choose again from the endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, nucleus, and ribosomes. I am going to choose the ribosomes. So the ribosomes are like the chefs at your school because they actually make the protein in the cell. Now let's continue on, and I actually want to show you where the ribosomes are. You can see them in the picture here. Let's pick another color. How about pink? P-I-N-K. I am going to choose the cytoplasm. This is like the hallways at your school. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance that holds everything together. It is also responsible for allowing the materials to move throughout the cell, just like you move throughout your hallways to get to your other classes in school. Let's choose another color. How about yellow? Y-E-L-L-O-W. I will choose the Golgi body. The Golgi body is like the mailroom at your school. The same way the mailroom sorts through mail and sends it out to different rooms, the Golgi body stores and transports proteins throughout the cell. Let's pick the color purple next. P-U-R-P-L-E. I think I will choose the mitochondria. Mitochondria is like a battery, because a battery powers maybe your favorite video game or electronic, and in the same way the mitochondria produces all the energy necessary for the cell to work. Next up, the color green, G-R-E-E-N. I'm going to pick the lysosomes. The lysosomes are like the janitors at your school, because in the same way that the janitors clean up the trash, well, the lysosomes discard any waste produced by the cell so that there's not trash buildup. Let's choose the color brown, B-R-O-W-N. For my final turn, I will choose the nucleus. The nucleus is like you, because you are controlling this game, just like the nucleus controls the cell. This is where the DNA and all the important information is kept, so it can be the control center of the cell. To review, we can think about a cell in the same way we think about a school. There are many different parts of a school that help it function overall as a whole. Within the cell, there are many different organelles that each have a job to do, so that when they work all together, the cell can function as a whole. Thanks for making this fortune teller with me, and I hope it helped you better understand the functions of the organelles.